everybody. This video is about a reading challenge I've been participating in for a couple of years. It started out on Goodreads at Fantasy Buddy Reads, and I incorporated it into my blog. And so for the last 2 years, I've been making posts about it there every month. This year, I decided to change things up a little bit and make a series about it here on my Booktube channel. So this is called the monthly reading challenge, and each month there's a different topic that we focus on. For January, the topic is New Year, New Books, where we focus on reading new releases from 2023 and also any new releases that come out this year. This is an ongoing challenge, so I'll be adding to this list of books that I've read for this challenge throughout the year. I ended up reading 2 books this month. I would love to have gotten to more than 2 books, but unfortunately I only had time to read 2 new releases with all the other books that I had planned to read. The first book that I ended up reading was Esarhaddon by Michael J. Sullivan. This is the 3rd book in the Rise and the Fall trilogy. I loved this book. This is a book that I've been wanting to read for a long time. I've been waiting for the book about Esarhaddon since I read the Rhaeria Revelations. He was such an interesting character in that series, and I wanted to know more about him. So that's what I got, finally. And I love this so much, I ended up giving it 5 stars. Now, it didn't start out feeling like a 5-star book to me. It was a little bit slow in the beginning, but by the time I got to the halfway point, I became a lot more invested in the book. And then the last quarter of the book was so hard to put down. I just loved every minute of the end of this book. So the reason I gave it 5 stars is because I thoroughly enjoyed getting to know Esarhaddon. I thoroughly enjoyed the characters in this book. I love the goblins, and it had so much unexpected humor in it. I wasn't expecting to laugh as much as I did while I read this book. Anyway, I highly recommend Michael J. Sullivan's books if you haven't tried any of them. Start with the Rhaeria Revelations, and if that book is a little bit rough, keep going. They get better as they go. There are 4 series now in this world. The first one that he wrote was the Rhaeria Revelations. He wrote prequels called the Rhaeria Chronicles. He wrote a way back prequel many years before the Rhaeria books. And that series is called The Legends of the First Empire. This one kind of is the bridge that brings those 2 series together. Legends of the First Empire series and the Rhaeria books. So if you haven't tried any of his books, I highly recommend them. I really enjoy his writing style. It's epic fantasy, but I feel like it's easy to read. It's not super dense. So I really love that about his books. Now, the second book that I read this month for the challenge was a book by Julie Clausen. It is the 2nd book in the On Devonshire Shores series. It's a historical kind of Regency era romance. It's also a Christian type romance, but it's not heavy on the Christian themes. They're woven into the story really well, I think. And this book was called A Winter by the Sea. I gave this book 4 stars. I really enjoyed this book. I'm enjoying the series. It's about these sisters who have moved to Devonshire from their home after their father dies, and they've had to move out of their beloved home and start a new life, and they've kind of fallen on hard times. Their mom has been ill, and they've had bad things happen. I don't want to spoil everything that has happened prior to them moving here, but they have had to deal with loss, and I've enjoyed the characters in this book. I've enjoyed the episodic nature of this series, and I think this will probably be a trilogy because Julie Clausen's other series that was similar to this was also a trilogy, but I would love if it was more than just 3 books. So if you like these kinds of books and you haven't tried Julie Clausen, I would highly recommend her as well. So I'll be making videos every month for this challenge from now on. And I've also will be posting the schedule of the reading challenge down in the description box for anyone that might want to also participate in the challenge. So that's it for today's video, and I will see you next time. Bye!